What's going on, everybody? I'm Grim.
I'm Jolt King 627.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
We are your hosts. Welcome to PNNN. We have a plethora of stories for you in this episode. But first, be sure to help our ever-ongoing journalistic endeavors by liking this video and hitting the subscribe button so you can always be up to date on the Nerf news.
Official Nerf half darts are finally here. Almost. Well, we've seen them. They've been teased in one way or another for nearly a year, and now we have a real announcement with real blasters. On their YouTube channel, Luke from Out of Darts presented the Nerf Pro Stryfe X, Nerf's first half-dart exclusive blaster. Borrowing largely from the original Stryfe's geometry, the Stryfe X is only slightly bulked out with a fuller grip and an extended battery compartment that houses a 3S LiPo battery. Uniquely, the battery includes a USB-C charger and safety circuitry, all wrapped into one package held in by a locking mechanism borrowed from the rival Percy's. In an article on the new blaster, Sean Hollister of The Verge revealed that Nerf will not sell additional batteries separately. With this blaster, Nerf is entering a crowded field of pro-level blasters with established magazine geometry, and many have asked about the compatibility of both Nerf's new 15-round magazine and the Stryfe X's magwell with existing products. According to both Sean's article and Perry from Out of Darts, while Nerf's own magazine feels like the best fit for the Stryfe X, the short dart magwell fits the straight talon configuration, including the Out of Darts Tachi. The mags will be available at the low price of $10 for a pair, but unfortunately they appear to not lock in quite as securely to other short dart blasters. Sean also provided us with a nice shot of the internals where we can see metal springs, beefy wiring, an Omron-style rev switch, and the concave injection-molded glass-filled nylon flywheels, which are powered by larger, higher RPM 180 motors. Designed by a team headed by Nick Tino, including internals engineer Philip Sweeting, the Stryfe X represents Nerf's entry in a saturated market, putting it in direct competition with Dart Zone's Max Omnia Pro and Pro Mark III, plus a bevy of hobbyist offerings. Priced at $120, it's significantly more expensive than the $80 Omnia, but is comparable to the cost of modding your own Stryfe to similar specs. According to the first FPS readings from both Out of Darts and from The Verge, the blaster hits above the promised 150 FPS with its own included darts, and with the caveat that Out of Darts' video was sponsored by Nerf. Both Luke and Sean had an overall positive impression of the Stryfe X's performance, accuracy, and handling. We would be remiss if we didn't also spend time on the darts themselves. While their geometry is essentially Nerf's AccuStrike dart cut down to the standard short dart length, this bucks the trend of narrower dart heads set by Dart Zone and Worker, and results in higher FPS coming out of the flywheel cage. Luke described the dart foam as firm and comparable to common hobby darts, and both Luke and Sean found that the dart head glue was sturdy in casual testing. The darts are about 5% lighter than most existing short darts, and the wide heads may prevent their adoption by folks who prefer higher crush flywheel setups. At $18 for 120 darts, they arrive as a somewhat boutique option in the current market. With a Nerf Ball announcement coming sometime later this year, no additional information is currently available about plans for additional Nerf Pro blasters, but you can pre-order the Nerf Pro Stryfe X on Amazon.com with an expected delivery date in mid-October of 2023. Special thanks to Perry from Out of Darts, Philip Sweeting, and Sean Hollister for answering questions and allowing us to use images for this segment. Links to the Out of Darts video and article on The Verge can be found down in the description.
Speaking of pro flywheelers, the Dart Zone Max Omnia Pro is now available on Walmart.com for $89.99. It's shipping right now. Link in the description.
While our hobby knows Zero mostly for the X-Shot brand of blasters, a larger part of their business is in the blind bag style surprise toys, including, among many other things, tiny versions of X-Shot blasters. It seems that they have decided to cross the streams, combining the surprise toys category with the piezo printing skins line in a new FaZe Clan mystery bag series. Inside each bag is one X-Shot Menace blaster in one of 5 different FaZe Clan skins, including a rare gold skin similar to the Gold Rush versions of X-Shot blasters we've seen before. The bags are available for about $6 Canadian with 4 darts, cheaper than the normal $8 Canadian Menace price with its 8 darts, and are so far available only at Toys R Us Canada.
The similarities between the Dart Zone Max Outlaw and Adventure Force Deuce Pro are undeniable, but unlike the Deuce, the Outlaw doesn't come with a holster. To assuage this, Dart Zone has released free 3D files of holsters for the Max Outlaw and its cylinders, similar to those included with the Deuce. Dart Zone has previously released left-handed holster files for blasters like the Deuce Pro, Mark II, and Mark 2.1, which all included injection-molded right-handed holsters. The Outlaw files uniquely include holsters for both sides, since the original blaster came with none at all. The designs appear at first glance to be intended for production via injection molding. Likely they were developed for inclusion with the blaster but cut in production. Although some in the community had concerns about the viability of printing these designs on common FDM printers, a few people have already printed them with some success. The files are available for free download on Dart Zone's website, although you must provide complete shipping information to do so. The files include a universal calibration tool, but do not appear to be released under any particular license. Link in description.
A couple months ago, we covered a version of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Ace that was Easter themed. Well, it seems that Hasbro is continuing with this trend. Axel Sorax over on the Discord posted a link to an Amazon listing for a Nerf Jolly Dash Blaster, which is yet another themed ace, this time of course around Christmas. It's got a candy cane themed paint job and a wreath for the top sight. It's currently going for $5.59 on Amazon US, and I honestly love the thing. I hope they do more of these themed aces in the future. Link in the description.
It would appear the next chain of Minecraft Microshots will be based on animal mobs, and frankly they're pretty cute. First spotted by Nerf Talk on Amazon Canada, we have a chicken and a spider, both pretty typical Microshot representations of in-game creatures. They appear to be priced as expected for Microshots at $16 Canadian.
Pre-orders are currently open over at Monkey Mods for a special color variant of the Colonel Wasp Firefly known as the Unicorn. This unicorn will only be offered pre-constructed with a 5 kilogram spring and sporting a new purple main body, yellow and white internals, pink barrels, blue shells, and a yellow pump grip for a very 80s vaporwave color palette. They will also be offering it in the standard mag tube version for $85 USD, or with the magazine conversion kit that includes a clear mag for $105 USD. If you're already frothing at the mouth to get in on this nostalgic looking unicorn, you'll have to take into consideration once again that these are pre-built blasters. Monkey Mods has stated at the bottom of the listing that they are not responsible if these get stopped at your local customs, so please order with caution and research your country's import laws.
Does everybody know what time it is?
Tool time!
Hobbyist and 3D designer NoReason has released a rather unique Flycore-derived blaster, affectionately titled the Double Impact. Double Impact is a full-auto flywheeler blaster utilizing dual Talon magazines and stores the battery in a modular battery tray with an optional safety switch. The blaster runs on Hurricane flywheels in a 33.5, 33, and 32.5mm cage spacings for 110 through 120 feet per second velocities. A link to the file and hardware list will be in the description below.
If you've wanted to step up your flywheeler game with brushless motors but didn't know where to start, Kelly Industries is now offering his own brushless motors specifically built for Nerf. These motors were a collaboration with Real New Deal and Kuriaka, with artwork by Hotcoin and manufactured by T-Motor. The listing states that these motors have the most torque than any other flywheel motor for the fastest spin-up time possible and can hit up to 250 FPS with dual stage on 4S. They were also designed without the standard 5mm central threaded shaft, but with 4 mounting locations that take M3 screws instead, which, lucky enough, Kuriaka has already designed Daybreak wheels that Kelly is also offering in his shop, making this one of the easiest brushless and flywheel combos you can find out there, with the motors at $20 each and the flywheels at $22 for the pair. For those brave enough to take the plunge into the brushless motor world, check the links below.
We've only just begun to catch Zuru's new lock blaster on shelves, but the hobby is already springing into action, trying to pin down the best way to unlock its potential. Performance mods may be the first out of the gate with a set of STL files for 8 parts that give the lock blaster a rear-loading cylinder, as well as an alternate, slimmer lever. They're currently available as STL files only for $8.29. Link in description.
After many months of development, 3D printed blaster designer Carney Rex has released the Volley Blaster, an elastic-powered 7-barreled behemoth that we teased back in episode 12. Carney made a video detailing its function and showcased just how large the Volley is. He notes that it's quite hefty and uses a fair bit of filament, something to consider if you're planning on building one for yourself. In the event you wish to procure a Volley for yourself, you can purchase the files off their Etsy page or purchase a pre-built one from 3 Dogs Printing. As always, link in the description.
Attention HVZ fans! Mall Mutation Madness Hardcore 4 has been announced. This year, you better grab not just your blasters, but your parkas and pickaxes, miners. It's 1925, and precious minerals have been discovered in the deep, deep south. Corporate interests are at stake in mysterious conditions under the ice. Gather your posse of adventurers, prospectors, security personnel, guides, and enlist as a contract crew for our company. The risks will be great, but the rewards even greater. If the theme of the game there sounds fantastic to you, the event will be taking place on Saturday, the 14th of October, 2023, and returning to Mid-Rivers Mall in St. Peters, Missouri, for an overnight game of the most intense, white-knuckled zombie tag and blaster battle action. The game will kick off at 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. after hours in the mall common spaces in the first floor, with check-in starting at 6 p.m. Ticket costs will be just under $50 and are currently available for purchase. Updates for the event will be coming every Sunday, so make sure to check the Google Doc page linked below that has more details to come and links to the Facebook pages, Discord, and purchase links.
Fragmented, disjointed, hard to navigate. That is the current state of our hobby. The solution? A proposed alliance. The World Foam Alliance. Brainchild of Dartzone's Derek and Dartsweep, the World Foam Alliance is slated to become a platform to tie our hobby together. The goal is to create a free-to-access site that will help people make friends, find clubs, and join events. Plans for the site include tools to help run leagues, organize events and fundraising, as well as tracking matches and events via our ranking system. The team behind the World Foam Alliance has promised that it will remain an independent entity, never to be controlled or beholden to any other company or entity. It's all about the hobby. While the site is currently in beta, they are busy behind the scenes coding all the site's features while drumming up awareness for the site with the help of community content creators. Alliance members currently include Dartsweep, Maritime Foam, Al the Geek, Captain Xavier, and Sophie Lightning. To learn more about the World Foam Alliance and sign up, check the description for links to the website and Facebook page.
Last we heard from them, the Ragnarocktoberfest team had been pushed out of their reserved venue for their 2023 event, but we can happily announce that the event is out of location limbo. The RAG organizing team took to Facebook to announce that they have secured a spot at Yerba Buena High School, their 2018 location, for their October 6th mod party and October 7th Stalking Dead HVZ. While the location for their PvP events on the 8th is still up in the air, we're glad to see this legendary event with its feet planted firmly in home soil.
This episode's mod spotlight comes to us from Prickly's Nerf mods for this heavily modified Nerf Rapid Strike. Right off the bat, the aesthetics of this blaster are amazing. The Hydro Dip is beautiful, as is the color selection. The integration is composed of 2 Rapid Strikes, a Centurion, a Stockade, a Demolisher, and a Recon Barrel. Did I mention also that internally it's an absolute beast? The thing has a dual stage band blasters cage with 42k motors going into 74k motors, and it should be hitting around 300 FPS, which is pretty insane for a flywheeler. Well done, Prickly, this is an amazing mod, inside and out. Prickly has a whole video about this blaster on his YouTube channel, which I highly recommend you check out. Link will be in the description.
And that's it for the news. Make sure to check out the companion podcast tomorrow and back in another 2 weeks for another episode. Thank you to all of the contributors on the Discord and to all of you for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think down in the comments. If you'd like to get involved and keep up with us, head over to the Discord, and we'll see you in the next one. Wait, where's the on switch? Isn't there an on switch? Oh, right. Forgot about that. Okay, I don't like gel blasters, but that's just fun. Alright.
Nailed it! Boom! Okay. Cool. The similarities between the Dart Zone Max Outlaw and the Adventure Force Deuce. The similarities between the Dart Zone Max Outlaw and Adventure Force Deuce Pro are... I can do this. I swear to God I can do this. Free 3D files for... Dart Zone has released free that is remarkably hard to say. And its cylinders, similar, apparently take longer than I thought.
We have a plethora of stories for you in this episode, but first be sure to help our... First blooper of the new mic.
Where have all the stripes gone? Long time passing, I want a blue one.
Sorry, they're just goofy and funny, small.
That's gonna be some editing, but we're there.